up by science and will literally reprogram a man's mind to make him instantly lose all urges to be with other women and only want to be with you. You can simply copy and paste the word-for-word scripts inside the Monogamy Method, and you'll make any man, even a guy who swears he wants to stay single forever, feel an uncontrollable desire to make you his. And he'll do whatever it takes to make you happy, so that he can prove his love and loyalty to you. Today, tomorrow, and for the rest of time. To test out my findings, I shared them with Claire, who I invited to join my private test group along with some other women. Women like Jessica, a divorced single mother. She hadn't even thought about dating since her split 3 years ago. Within 30 days of using my secret method, she told me that 2 handsome bachelors were courting her and saying they wanted a serious relationship with her. Then there was Sonia, 47 years old, who was a busy professional woman and was tired of wasting time with men who wanted to play games or didn't have their act together. She'd been on a few dates with a handsome doctor who she really liked, but he seemed to be too busy for a relationship with her. Until I showed her how to use the Monogamy Method on him. He surprised her with 2 plane tickets to the Caribbean and a reservation at a luxury hotel. And now, just a few months later, they're engaged, and he treats her like a princess. It even worked for Amy, who was going through a rough patch with her husband Steve. The passion and the romance in their relationship was all but gone. And now Amy was seriously concerned that Steve might be seeing someone else. But just a short time after she applied this secret method, Steve was once again treating her as he did on their honeymoon so many years ago, showering her with affection, giving her his full, undivided attention, promising to be a better man and to never dream of letting another woman come between them. They renewed their wedding vows. Now Amy is pregnant with their 3rd child, and they're both over the moon with joy. And then, of course, there was my student Claire. At first, against my wishes, she used this method on her ex-boyfriend Rick, the guy who had given her that heartbreaking breakup speech when she had expected him to propose to her. And within a few days, he was desperately begging her for another chance. When Claire wouldn't return his calls, texts, or emails, he even showed up at her mother's doorstep to try to pass along a message to her. But Claire had no more time for him because she'd already met Justin, who was an airline pilot, as well as being very handsome, sweet, and devoted boyfriend to her. Claire emailed me just last night to tell me that she and Justin are now engaged. So listen, it doesn't matter how old you are, what you look like, how much you weigh, if you're a single mom, if you've been divorced before, or how complicated you think your situation is right now. It doesn't matter if he rejected you in the past, or if you're in a relationship with a man who acts like he isn't ready for commitment. Once you apply this secret method, he will suddenly realize, as if a bolt of lightning struck him, that you are the only woman in this world who can truly complete him. Simply use the techniques inside the Monogamy Method, such as the Commitment Kickstarter. You will be astonished as he will plant passionate kisses on your lips, then cuddle you and hold you tightly in his arms without any feeling of embarrassment, even in public. Once you download the Monogamy Method, you'll realize that it's a simple matter of time before he's staying awake at night, reading over and over the messages you've sent him, as he eagerly awaits to hear from you again. He'll find himself imagining taking you out on special, romantic dates and thinking about the future he'll want to share with you. The kind of family, even the pets you'll have together. You'll learn about the bonding anchors that triggers animalistic behaviors inside a man's mind and will generate explosive feelings of intense adoration for you. The thought of being with another woman will disgust him. He'll only be monogamous and faithful to you with his mind, body, and soul. Also, you will learn how to turn into his personal goddess by using the instant monogamy mechanism. Within a few moments of applying this unusual trick, you will become his ultimate fantasy. Soon, he will crave your attention, and you will force him to miss you and care for you in a way that he will never feel with another woman, because you'll be sharing a bond with him on a level that he will never have felt in the past, or be capable of experiencing ever again in his lifetime, unless it is with you. No longer will you feel worried or stressed out about whether he's interested in other women. That will all be old news. Being monogamous and faithful to you will become his new passion and obsession. From now on, his heart will be your own. In fact, he'll realize that his previous relationships were all arrows pointing straight towards you. You'll also discover the 10 deadly relationship sins and how to avoid them. This way, you will stand out like a glowing star in his eyes. He will give you the key to his soul. Simply twist the key and forever lock your love in his heart. This method is so effective, his adoration for you will be deeper than words can describe. He will cherish you so much he will literally spend the rest of his life proving it to you. You'll also find out if he truly loves you by running through the emotional engagement checklist to discover the intensity of his passion. And then you'll know how to ignite the flames of desire to a point where his heart will melt just by being in your presence. In the Lifetime Addiction chapter, you'll learn the secret that only happily married couples know, so that you can make any man give himself completely over to you. When he thinks of happiness, he will think of you. When he thinks of true love, he'll think of you. And when he thinks of his future, he will only be able to imagine a future with you. I've spoken to you about the everyday women, just like you, who have already enjoyed incredible success and felt overwhelming happiness by implementing what is taught in this course. But this system has also been highly praised by other dating and relationship coaches. Dean Cortez, the dating coach who has spoken at seminars and appeared on Fox News, NBC, and other international news networks, said, "As a dating coach for guys, I honestly have never seen such a complete and effective course for women that can effortlessly attract quality and professional men to them and make them feel forever bonded to them. Using these methods on a man is as simple as copy and pasting. They work like magic, but at the same time, this is all based on actual proven science." Relationship coach Samantha Sanderson, creator of numerous best-selling online courses for women, says, "This truly is a one-of-a-kind system, which I recommend wholeheartedly to any woman who never again wants to play games in a relationship and wants to have a man who will be permanently faithful, affectionate, and loving. You'll be amazed at the power of a simple trick I call unleashing his cuddle hormone. It's like flipping a switch in his mind that instantly makes him want to curl up on the couch with you or in your bed and hold you close like he never wants to let go, as he shows you tender affection like never before." You can also use the truth serum sequence if there's something you want to know but he's not saying. This quick little trick is like being able to read a man's mind and decode his true feelings and emotions. Use it to get inside his thoughts and inside his heart to create an emotional bond with him that is truly unbreakable. Or flip his erotic obsession switch to ignite overwhelming white-hot feelings of desire and lust deep within him, so that he is filled with an overwhelming craving to explore and enjoy every inch of your body, to give you waves of pleasure like no other man can. You'll especially love the monogamy goggles technique, which allows you to instantly stop his eyes and even his thoughts from ever wandering towards any other woman, because he'll know that only you have the power to completely satisfy him. And you'll want to immediately use the teenage crush trigger, which targets a part of his brain that will suddenly make him feel like a jealous, love-struck teenager, driven by one single urge: to have you, to possess you, and make you all his. Use the romance rewind technique to bring back the passion and excitement roaring back into your relationship, even if those fires died down long ago. And by learning how to apply future projections, you'll make even the most commitment-shy man envisioning spending the rest of his life with you, because he will suddenly want you and need you more than anything. So that instead of fearing commitment or wanting to take things slow, he rushes into romance mode and pledges himself to you, and then pours his heart and soul into proving his love for you each and every day. You'll even discover how to use honeymoon visualizations, a technique so powerful that it has made even lifelong bachelors suddenly change their attitude towards marriage and become obsessed with the idea of standing on the altar with you, exchanging vows, as he vows from the bottom of his heart to love and cherish you forever. This is just a short preview of what you'll discover inside the Monogamy Method. Go ahead and download it to your computer, phone, or tablet. The popularity of this course has reached mainstream media outlets, and we estimate that right now there are at least 1,500 other women watching this presentation. This is why we urge you to take action right now, because only 500 copies of this course will be available before this presentation is taken offline. Once this quota is reached, this page has been digitally programmed to automatically shut down. The reason for this is simple. We want you to make sure you have all the tools and personalized attention that you need to succeed. My team and I offer one-on-one customized support whenever you need it, but we can only extend this support to a maximum of 500 people. This is why these spots really are limited. Now, before I go any further, it's important for me to be 100% honest and upfront with you. The Monogamy Method is not for everyone. It is only for women who meet a specific criteria. If you are not ready to have a wonderful man to settle down with in a monogamous relationship, if you are not ready to be with someone to share your tears with, to hug in your arms when you laugh together, if you are not prepared to have the man you love cherish every ounce of your presence and commit himself to the point where you will become his one and only obsession, then I'm sorry, this course is not for you. This course has been specifically designed for women who want a long-term and committed relationship that will result in the creation of true love that will last till death do us part. However, because you have watched this far, I am confident that you are ready to have and to hold the one man who will make you smile and lift your spirits even when you're feeling down. A man who will always be there for you. And when he's apart from you, you'll always be the first and foremost in his thoughts. You'll know from the random calls and the cute text messages he sends, just to tell you that he loves you. You'll be the subject of his sweetest dreams, the source of his comfort, the reason behind the sparkle in his eyes. You'll be able to mesmerize a man so completely that he'll want to be everything you could ever need and hope for in a loving, committed relationship. You now know how incredibly unique and valuable this course is. Remember, this is the only course that shows you step by step how to become his one and only obsession, and then establish a long-term and loving relationship after you have completely captured his interest. As part of the course, you'll receive specific examples and a detailed game plan, so you don't need to worry about anything. All of the hard work has been done for you. Now, you might be thinking a course like this that promises such proven, life-changing benefits would be rather expensive, because I'm sure you know how valuable having this powerful knowledge at your fingertips would be. So let me ask you, what kind of price would you place on having the kind of happily ever after ending for yourself that you thought was only possible in fairy tales? Except this time, it won't be just a fictional story. It will be real, and you'll be the princess who has her prince. Let me ask you, what kind of value would you place on a course that will make the man you love feel absolutely committed, loving, faithful, and monogamous to you, sexually and emotionally, and in every other way possible? Many women would say a course like this would be worth at least several $1,000s. Also keep in mind, the average amount that I charge for one-on-one consulting is over $250 per hour. And with this course, you will receive personalized support whenever you need it. This is why it can be logical to think that the monogamy method would be financially out of the reach for most people. But I know there are other women out there like Claire who truly need my help, and I don't want your budget to be a limiting factor. That would simply not be fair. Claire told me herself that in the past she attended dating seminars from so-called relationship experts who charged up to